What's up, y'all? This Lil WB at Slab OGs TV. Today I want to kind of come in and talk about a topic that I always ask in my interviews. A lot of people always be like, "Well, you can't really just ask this question because it's too broad of a question." You know what I'm saying? But I like to make everybody kind of like think while I'm doing my interviews and make the viewers think too. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this question, it's top 5 greatest slabs of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because the debate right now in the slab game is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You got the Fleetwoods, you got the Deltas, you got all the CT6s, CT5s, CT4s, you got all the new Cadillacs. You got the lacrosse division. You got a lot of divisions out right now, you know what I'm saying, where a lot of people killing. And for one thing, it's a lot of cars that's coming out, soon. Let's start that off too. It's a lot more that's coming out just because of the people that might have put their cars together. You might have had G. Brady that came out the lacrosse and killed the game with the lacrosse. You had Gutter Boy and Book that came with the Deltas, James Hines, you know what I'm saying, that really killed their division. So you got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, really in the cut, kind of like damn near like taking notes when they going to these block parties, going to these events, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of people on the sideline that, they got cars in the cut, you know what I'm saying, but they waiting, they turn, taking notes, you know what I'm saying. It's just, it's friendly competition, you know what I'm saying. If I got a car and I see another dude come out one maybe a year before me or a year or two before me, you know what I'm saying, hey, me personally, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna probably walk around the car, just make sure, okay, this what he did, he got these inserts, he got these designs in his seats, he went this extra mile that I didn't even think of, you know what I'm saying. That's the thing when it comes to these cars, bro. A lot of people always be saying, man, when I put a car together, I do it for myself, which is true. You know what I'm saying? You do have a lot of people that do put their cars together for themselves. But I mean, shit, what's the slab game if you can't, have a little competition, you know what I'm saying? That's what make it kind of fun. I know a lot of people that when they get in the division and they might kill the division, you know what I'm saying? They might feel bored after that, because a lot of people might sell that specific car, you know what I'm saying? So, man, there's a lot of cars coming out in 2024. One thing I always like to ask in my interviews, too, I always like to ask OGs who they feel like a lot of their cars from back then could compare to now. I'm going to say now it's a lot more money being spent into the cars, and, you got a lot more technology nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So back in the day, if it's 96, you know what I'm saying, you get you an L-Dog, you get you a drop Rivian or something like that. I mean, you're going to pretty much paint it, do like little knick-knack stuff to it, pretty much damn near be like original when it comes to the interior, not the like the color of the material or whatever, but like the designs, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much gonna be damn near like the same, like, pattern that the car was made after, you know what I'm saying? But they might put tight white insides in there, put buck in there, put gray insides. Nowadays, man, you got people that's going crazy with the honeycomb stitching, diamond stitching, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot more detail that I feel like nowadays a lot of people putting a lot more creativity into. Not to say that the cars back then wasn't holding, because of course, we all know that, that's the start of it. That's the start of the slab game. It's a lot of cars from back then that, shit, they was just, aesthetically, they was just clean, you know what I'm saying? Classic. And the classic way you would think of a slab, those was those cars, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, man, nowadays, man, there's a lot of niggas that's really coming with it with that creativity. You got people doing dash swaps, you know what I'm saying? Putting LS motors in cars, putting bags on cars. You had people putting switches on cars and bags on cars back then too, but now it's more, more air in they bags, you know what I'm saying? Making them hop a little bit, off the ground a little bit more. Squatting their cars a lot more lower. Man, it's just a lot more technology that then made it to where it's like, okay, like now we could play with it a little bit. We could put designs in our headrest, you know what I'm saying? We could put big flat TVs in the headrest, you know what I'm saying? We could put the latest system in the headrest, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even they was doing that back then too, you know what I'm saying, what they could work with, but Man, I ain't gonna lie, nowadays, man, it's kind of crazy. So I'm really excited to see, the summertime just started. I'm really excited to see what's gonna come of the summer because I feel like the block party scene, the different cars that's coming out this summer, man, it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be real fun, man. Then you got June 30th, you got the car show, Houston Holiday Car Show, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas getting prepared for that, you know what I'm saying? I think people really starting to, get back to that competitive side of the slab, because it was kind of a time when I feel like personally, and some people have told me this too, that, the slab game kind of, I don't want to say like dwindled away, but it was kind of like in a weird spot, you know what I'm saying? I would say probably like 15 years ago or something like that, you know what I'm saying? To where the slab game was kind of in a weird spot, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's a lot more changes that's coming to the slab, It's a lot more scenes that you could hit to now, you know what I'm saying? We got social media now to where we could be like, hey, we finna be here this day, we finna be here this day, you know what I'm saying? Here this time of day, you know what I'm saying? So, man, the slab game, I feel like it's progressing. A lot of people always say that, man, the slab game dying down, it'll never be the same like how it kind of was, which is true. That's why I always kind of say, make the slab great again. But I kind of say that on, like the feel of the slab, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to just putting the cars together, nah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got some niggas out here that's putting together monsters, you know what I'm saying? And I can't say back then how much money people was putting into their cars. If I would just take an educated guess, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like 10, 15,000, 20 at the most, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think back then, we got inflation now. So back then, I mean, I didn't heard people say shit. Candy paint jobs was, anywhere from like 2,500 to 3,500, 4,500, you know what I'm saying? That 45, 5,500 might have been like the most you might have been paying. Nowadays, you got people spraying cars for like 7,500, 8,500, you know what I'm saying? Interior done same way, 7,500, 8,500, you know what I'm saying? Music, a lot more money, you know what I'm saying? So I could say nowadays, when you see somebody come down in the complete slab, I mean, you could damn near almost just off average run your numbers that if it's complete slab, you know what I'm saying, inside's done tight, paint done right, you know what I'm saying, say if they got bags in there, you got music in there, you got some of the longest wheels on there, 20s, 22s, 24s, 26s, whatever it may be. I mean, you could damn near guess that they didn't spend well over $40,000, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact just off kind of estimating it in your head, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like the slab game then progressed, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to a lot of the boys that's putting their cars together right now. Man, I know a lot of y'all be hitting me up, you know what I'm saying how y'all want to interview, man. Shit, I'm ready. I'm ready to see y'all put y'all cars together, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all come to me and say, y'all ready to see me put my car together, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a lot more cars coming 2024, 2025, you know what I'm saying? I'll say in the next like 12 months, man, y'all gonna see some monsters hit the streets, you know what I'm saying? From every division, Deltas, Fleetwoods, L-Dogs, Rivers, Slants, Stretches, I mean, new Cadillacs, LaCrosses, the new Lincolns, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that's really coming, you know what I'm saying? And, really putting their foot forward and saying, man, we finna really do this shit this go around this year. Cause man, it's kind of like something in the L right now. I don't know what it is. I like to think that maybe I might have helped, what's going on in the L, you know what I'm saying? But in the slab game right now, it's like something in the L with a lot of builders. It's kind of like, man, we gonna do it, but if I'm gonna do it this time, like this go around, like I'm gonna go hard as I can. Maybe social media might have played a part in it. You got a lot of cameramen, you know what I'm saying, that, pretty much blow it up even more. So you got a lot of those guys, with the money that's like, oh, I'm finna put a car together. But when I do it, I'm gonna do the ultimate, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really trying to come down and just be like on some cool shit. Anybody you could think of that putting the car together, got a car, man, shit, they think they the hardest, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I kind of want to know, the viewers' top 5. What's y'all top 5 greatest slabs of all time. And you could break it up in the comments and say, okay, well, 80s, I'm going to say, you know, top 5 80s, top 5 90s, 2000s, mid 2000s, 2020s, you know what I'm saying? You could break it up like that. But like I say, that's one of the reasons I like to always ask this question, because it do kind of have your brain kind of thinking and wondering, like, well, damn, okay, you could say 5, but then you could pop up and be like, well, damn, this person had a badass slab back in the day too, you know what I'm saying? But it might have been a badass slab for that time period, but that shit that during that time period that was top 5. So it is kind of like you damn near got to break it up into the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010, 2020s, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people always ask me my top 5. I'm going to say of all time, you know, just to add my little input, just so y'all could kind of, you know, get the comment section kind of going. When I think about the top 5, I like to think about what changed the game, you know what I'm saying? So when I say change the game, I like to say, like, you know, Fleet King Carey, you know what I'm saying? When he came out with the Transformer Fleetwood, you know what I'm saying? It was other Fleetwood, it was other Transformers that came out before him, but man, his looked like, literally, like when I was younger, it looked like that motherfucker was finna take off and fly away, you know what I'm saying? So I say like something like that. Mexican Joe, you know what I'm saying, to come down with the first car on 8 wheels, you know what I'm saying, game changer. Gotta add Condre in there with the Le Cab, you know, one of the first Le Cabs, if not the first Le Cab in Houston. That I gotta say Toast, because Toast was one of the first. Toast Slantback, because that was one of the first, you know, complete slabs to really be a blueprint for, you know, the slab game, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'd have to say, like, Smitty Too Fancy, you know what I'm saying, from the 80s. I gotta say that. Because, I mean, shit, when you think about the slab, I mean, he was the first, like, slab nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was the first, you know, known nigga on the slab. When I said first slab nigga, I don't mean to say he was the first nigga to ride slab, but he was the first person to be, like, a figure in the slab game, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? So I would say those 5, just because to me they were some game changers. And you had other game changers too. I mean, you had, I can't even sit up here and just name any of them off the top of my head, but you had a lot of game changers. You had, you know, Fish when he came down with his own line, you know, all red, you know what I'm saying? All his cars, they all new cars, you know what I'm saying? You had Southwest Gorillas, you know what I'm saying, coming down. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of people that you could really just sit back and name, you know what I'm saying? But when I think about it, I like to ask, I like to think to myself which ones changed the game, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's kind of my input. But I still got more cars that's definitely in my top 5, you know what I'm saying? But it's too many to name, for real, for real. So I couldn't even say. If somebody was to really just sit there and ask me, like, what's your top 5, like they did on Mike D podcast, man, I can't, ain't no top 5 to me, because I just like, damn, I'd have to like literally sit there and write out a list, and it wouldn't be 5. It would be like 20, you know what I'm saying? That's just because I know damn near all the cars that I could think of that I think I might know, you know what I'm saying? So, man, the comment section, man, y'all say y'all top 5, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get to arguing in the comment section, because I kind of want to, you know what's y'all's top 5. I always ask a question, so I want to ask the viewers what their top 5 is, you know what I'm saying? And whether it be somebody out your neighborhood, somebody from your area, you know, whatever year it is, you know what I'm saying? Just top 5. You could do top 5 greatest of all time, top 5 right now, top 5, you know, from whatever era, you know what I'm saying? Because it's different eras in the slab game. I always say that, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all drop y'all comments in the comment section. Every Monday, every Friday, I'm going to drop something, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. I got merchandise coming soon. June 30th, you know, we got the car show coming. Y'all better pull up to that car show. It's going to be one of the most epic car shows, you know what I'm saying, in a long time, you know. So, this Lil WB, Slab OGs TV, we out.